Thank you, General Bergman. Representative Lamb, you recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Jacobs, I'm coming back to you on a different issue that I've been made aware of by my constituents. It involves rating veteran service representatives who do not get production credit for claims that they feel are not ready to rate or advance but have to be deferred. And I guess nationally, one of the graphic examples of this is there was a decision made to defer certain Camp Lejeune water cases from before the PACT Act until after PACT Act implementation because the veterans will be treated better in the post-PACT Act framework. But as a result, all the work that was put in on those claims up till then does not go for production credit for these employees of yours. And it's becoming an issue with people meeting their quotas and that sort of thing. So I guess first I would just ask, what is the logic behind not awarding some sort of partial credit for people who make the decision that is supposed to be best for the veteran?
Thank you very much, excuse me, for that question. You know, I've been traveling to regional offices, and while I do that, I meet with employees and I meet with union leadership. And every single regional office I visit, I hear about our production standards and the requirements and how we incentivize or disincentivize our employees to do the work. We ask a lot of our employees. This is complex business. They have to know all of the body systems. They have to know the etiology of conditions, the link to military service, how to understand, how to evaluate military records, and then make the nexus and the connection here. So what I will tell you is I'm digging into this. We're working to update and revise our production standards right now. I don't have a satisfactory answer as I've gone through this. I think there's a tension between giving partial credit and completing the claim for the veteran, and between what's best for the employee and best for the veteran who's receiving the claim. And so we're trying to make sure that those align, and then ultimately that as we work through the production standards, we don't create unintentional consequences that lead to outcomes we don't support. So what I would like to do, sir, is I'd like to take this for the record and follow up with you in more detail, if I may.
Sure. So I think I just want to confirm that it doesn't appear right now that you have a defense of this policy or that you can articulate the logic behind it. Am I right about that? I mean, because I don't understand. I agree with you that there is a tension between the two goals that you outlined, but I don't really see how in this specific example where you have raters that actually made the best decision for a veteran to their own detriment with these Camp Lejeune cases. That doesn't strike me as a policy that is serving anyone, really. So as long as it is under reconsideration, it sounds like what you're saying, that it is being actively reconsidered?
We're looking at all of our production standards right now. I'm telling you, as someone who's still relatively new and trying to learn the organization and the details, I don't personally have an answer that I've found to be acceptable. That doesn't mean that there isn't a logic there. I don't know enough to be able to tell you now, and I'd like to take it for the record to understand the historical logic as we work through the current effort to update the standards.
Right. No, I appreciate that, and I thank you for at least acknowledging that there is no obvious logic to a policy like that. And I think as you all are in the process of trying to get more of these employees and have them perform even more work in the post-PACT Act world, these are just the kind of things that have to be remedied. So I appreciate very much your interest in it, and we'll be looking forward to the explanation when it's ready. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.